This coronavirus is dominating everything across the globe right now. It is probably more coronavirus articles than anything else right now. I would like to thank one of my subscribers, JG, for this article that came out on CNBC February 27th, 2020. California is monitoring at least 8,400 people for the coronavirus. Wow. Wow, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. California Governor Gavin Newsom said Thursday that 33 people have tested positive for the COVID 19, and the state is currently monitoring at least 8,400 others, a day after U.S. health officials confirmed the first possible community transmission of the coronavirus. And Solano County, a Solano County resident, yeah, this is the person that never traveled anywhere outside of the US and they still got the coronavirus. This is a fluid situation right now, and I want to emphasize the risk to the American public remain low. I don't believe anybody that says no mess like that. These health officials, y'all need to be bitch slapped for even coming forward to even make a comment like that. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention doesn't know exactly how the new California patient who received medical care in Sacramento County contracted the virus. The patient didn't have a relevant travel history or exposure to another patient with the virus, the CDC said Wednesday. California health officials said the patient wasn't under quarantine before her diagnosis and was out and about in her community. So somebody in that community or somebody that came into her community, it didn't necessarily have to be someone that lived there. It could have been somebody that came into the community and left. You just don't know. We are currently in deep partnership with the CDC on one overriding protocol that drives our principal focus right now, and that's testing and the importance to increase our testing protocols and to have point of contact diagnostic testing as our top priority, not just in the state of California, but I imagine all across the United States, Newsom said at a press conference. Newsom said 5 of 33 patients who test positive for the virus have since left the state. Really? Where did they go? 5 people left the state? Wow. It wasn't immediately clear whether the 33 positive cases were part of the group of Diamond Princess passengers who were evacuated from the cruise ship. And by the way, I heard another passenger on that ship died. I think it's up to like 4 people died on that ship that was quarantined off the coast of Japan. The US had 60 cases as of Wednesday night, 42 of which are people who were on the ship, according to the CDC. Okay. So the California health officials have 200 testing kits on hand and will be receiving moreover the next few days. Yeah, well, if you got over 8,000 people and 200 testing kits, that's a problem. That's a big problem. That looks really bad. It makes me wonder what other things are they short of? And this is why I'm saying I don't believe America is nowhere close to being able to handle this sort of thing in the country if this thing spreads beyond what we know it will, because it's highly contagious. We have just a few hundred testing kits, and that surveillance testing as well as diagnostic testing. That's simply inadequate to do justice to the kind of testing that is required to address this issue head on, he said. Newsom said that the CDC has made firm commitments to improve the state's testing capacity, but did not provide details. Okay, well, how can he? You don't even have the necessary medical test for the amount of people that you're trying to contain. California received first flight in January of people evacuated from Wuhan, China, the epicenter of the epidemic. All 195 passengers were quarantined on the March Air Reserve Base in Riverside County and released earlier this month. The state also took evacuees in at the Travis Air Force Base in Solano County, roughly 40 miles southwest of Sacramento, and the Marine Corps Air Station Miramar near San Diego. We coordinated those first flights, that first flight in particular in January, late January, down into Riverside at March, Newsom said. Over 800 people have come in on those flights, but that's a small part of the overall picture. Well, I can see why it's in California. There's an awful lot of people coming in with the virus. So I can see why it's spreading in California. Thousands and thousands of other people have come in on the traditional flights through the state of California. A mistake in the lab earlier this month led U.S. health officials to release from the hospital an infected coronavirus patient who was part of the group quarantined at Marine Corps Air Station in Miramar in San Diego. So you accidentally, I don't believe that was an accident, y'all. You accidentally let someone go and they still had the virus act. Yeah, human error will do it every single time. CDC officials later told UC San Diego Health that further testing revealed that the patient, in fact, tested positive for the virus. The patient was returned from quarantine at the Marine Corps base to the UC San Diego Health Facility for observation and isolation until cleared by the CDC for release. Wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine this getting into the prison system where people can't leave or get out or get away from folks that are spreading the coronavirus? There are circumstances where people are in very closed in places, even children in foster care, where you're in a closed in place with a lot of other people. The impact can be bad. Even hospitals, you're in a closed in place with a lot of people coming and going in and out of your room. So it's very easy for a large segment of people to be impacted by this, and even sporting events. All it takes is just a person or two to show up at a sporting event. You won't know where the hell the virus came from. You won't have a clue. Y'all stay out of crowds. That's all I could say. You don't know where these people are going that they are releasing from quarantine. They're not keeping track of them. They can come anywhere in the country. And it's not like you can eyeball them and tell if they had the coronavirus, especially if they are not showing any symptoms anymore. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.